This is Kay from Paper Reader. I have quite a few books this week. I got some from the library, some from the library's book sale, some from a yard sale, and some from Galley Grab, but those I won't be doing this with because I can't do that. But let's start with the ones that I got from the yard sale, which is this series that I actually haven't heard too much about. I've seen the covers on other blogs, but I've never actually looked at them. And this is the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. Don't know too much about it other than that it's probably about a school for vampires, and look at her face, isn't that intense? It has a little blurb saying, "A dark and compelling world, Rose is sassy, dangerous, my kind of girl." So, sounds interesting. I also got the next two books in this series, which are Frostbite, which doesn't look like the same girl. Let's see. Not the same girl. And Shadow Kiss. Interesting. So we'll see how those are. The other books I got, not all of them are YA, so I apologize, but I'm just going over everything. Is The Namesake by Jhumpa Lahiri, and I've seen this book so many times, and I've always wanted to pick it up, and I never have until now. And this is one of the ones that I got at the library's book sale. $1. Fantastic. So I'm very excited to finally have this. The next one is going to be Battle Royale. Now, this was never really on my list to read, but I've heard so many comparisons about it from The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins that I thought I'd take a stab at it. It's a pretty thick book, but people swear about it, so I'm really excited to have this so I can actually go ahead and have a go at it. The next two I've already read, but it's good to always have a copy to add to my bookshelf. I got Uglies and Pretties by Scott Westerfeld. I have a review of them up on my blog already. I do not love these books, but they're a good read. I would recommend them to anyone, mainly because they have a good message inside. The next one, again, not YA, but it's Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer, and I saw the movie with Elijah Wood, and I never saw the book. Actually, the back cover is really cool too. And I've always wanted to pick it up, and I finally have, so I'm very excited. This is definitely going to be read in the next couple of weeks. The next one is Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac by Gabrielle Zevin. And actually, I hadn't even heard of this book until I saw the Japanese movie, actually. So it's interesting, or it will be interesting, to compare the two culturally. But probably not going to get to this soon, but when I do, it'll have a review up for it. The next one is also YA, presuming. I don't know too much about it. I've never heard of it. Garden Spells by Sarah Addison Allen, and it says on the back, "A garden surrounded by a tall fence, tucked away behind a small house in the smallest of towns, is an apple tree rumored to bear a very special sort of fruit." And it tells the story of that tree and the people who tend to it. So the cover is gorgeous. There's a girl in the grove. So whenever I get to this, if it turns out to be YA, I'll put a review for it. The next one is The Fourth Bear by Jasper Fforde, and he's a fantastic author. I have Shades of Grey on my list. I've started it, but I haven't actually finished it, and there's another book by him that I forget the name of, but I'm definitely going to put it on my list, and actually has, I don't know if you can see, but like little gingerbread guys on the back that are kind of scary. Interesting. the cover is what got me, but the name definitely brought me into this book. And the last, well, not the last, but the last book from the sale is actually Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. And I've heard so much about this book, and it's so little, I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but finally got it, going to read it, excited about it. And the last book is actually the one I got from the library, and it's The Water Wars by Cameron Strachan. And it's about a society that is out of water. The rivers have dried up, the polar caps have melted, and drinkable water is now in the hands of the powerful few. And there's an underlying story about where the water is and who has the water, and it's very interesting in the cover. I don't know if you can really see in the little glare light, but it's gorgeous. So I'm very excited to read this. That is in my mailbox for this week. And I'm sorry that I'm here, but my camera is all the way up here and doesn't allow me to have a very direct glare. So I do apologize, but thank you, and we'll see you next week.